very special live episode of episode 94. My name is Jeffrey Morse,
My name is Nathan Wagner. I'm glad to be back.
and we can hear you, Rob. So we're doing a live show today, and the reason for this is we just kind of wanted to mix things up a little bit, and our normal recording software wasn't really working that well, so we're just recording live on PlayStation Network. So this week's show is going to be a little bit shorter, a little bit different, but we will just talk about one news story. This week, and then we're just going to jump straight into our E3 predictions, and we're going to have a lot of crazy predictions, but we'll also have a couple, more realistic predictions of things we think we'll actually see. So, yeah, so it should be a fun show. We are live on YouTube. .com. If you have not followed us on there, just search for us. We're Hey Listen on there. You can find the links on our Twitter as well. So we are a live show right now. So hopefully we'll get some of you listeners in on the chat right now, because fun thing about doing a live show is we can read your comments and respond to you in real time as we are talking here. So yeah, our first news story this week is about Nintendo. They've officially unveiled their online service plans, and it will be launching in September. And they are going to be featuring online cloud saves, old NES games added with online play, and more voice chat usage through a Nintendo Voice chat messaging
Through
app.
the app
What,
that
yeah,
we
what's it
already
called?
have,
Yeah, the,
I
the
think it's
Splatoon
called
2
like the
app.
Nintendo Online app or something like that. But like, I don't know anyone who actually uses it. I think we all downloaded it when Splatoon 2 first came out, checked it out, and was
Hmm.
like, okay, this is terrible. Hopefully Nintendo's ditching this and making an actual
Well, and
voice chat solution.
I thought they actually were ditching it because it hasn't gotten really any updates or support really in like months, and no one like uses it, I
Yeah,
don't
they
think.
haven't even like patched in like Mario Kart support or ARM support or any other online game that's already out there.
Yeah, it literally
Like
only
it's
works
still
with
just
Splatoon.
Splatoon 2. Yeah.
And it doesn't even really work very well in there. Like I remember when you and me tried it, like it put us in different, it wouldn't let us talk to each other because we were on like different teams in the lobby, and like it's just really clunky for inviting and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it wasn't the greatest solution. So it's kind of weird that Nintendo is still sticking with that. They have answered our prayers and are putting in cloud saves, which is great. And oh, Johnny Ebbs is in the chat. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? We're talking about
Johnny.
the Nintendo Switch Online service they've announced. And so, yeah, the funny thing is the online cloud saves is great. You know, everyone's been asking for that for a while. Uh, but it got a lot of like online like negativity because this is part of Nintendo's online service. You have to pay $20 for a year, which is not that bad. Like it's pretty reasonable for the most part. But yeah, a lot of people are very upset that you have to pay online for your cloud saves. And Rob, what do you think about that? Like Nintendo only letting you back up your saves if you pay. Hmm.
I think they're both $60 a year.
Yeah, pricing's not bad at all. Yeah, yeah, well,
Yeah.
PC for sure.
Xbox Live Gold also, or Xbox Live will also give you free cloud saves without paying
Yeah.
for gold, I
PlayStation
believe.
Network does not. And I've actually had that come back to bite me. Like I had a bunch of cloud saves, because I transferred, I bought a PS4 Pro and I didn't have my original PlayStation anymore, but all my don't shoot me. All of our cloud saves, all my saves were in the cloud, and I didn't have a PlayStation subscription, PlayStation Plus subscription active, and I wanted to play a game, and I hadn't backed up that new save and downloaded it, and so PlayStation was like, "Yeah, you can't have this save file unless you pay for a $60 subscription." And I was like, "This is stupid."
Yeah.
So yeah, it seems like that's kind of be the case with Nintendo's too.
I
Hmm.
Well, and I mean, like on computers, there's options out there you can use, like Google Drive or Dropbox or whatever, where you get a certain amount of space limited for free.
Or even just physical like
And
backups. Like,
yeah, no, I totally understand them asking you to pay for cloud saves. Like that doesn't even upset me that much. I just think if it's stupid that that's the only way for you to be able to
yeah,
back up your files. Like
exactly.
if you're gonna make us pay for cloud saves, like allow us to put our saves on like the micro SD card and back it up physically or something like that.
The dock has a USB slot. You could, have USB storage there.
Yes.
Like, even the Wii U and the 3DS all let you back up your storage and your saves on SD cards. And I heard one of the reasons might be is because of like piracy and like it's easier to exploit. If you add that kind of stuff in, you could alter saves and put them in. But I mean, it's 2018. You got to let people back up their saves, in more than one way. So,
Yeah.
so yay, cloud saves, but boo, it's not till September, and you have to pay for it. So, I'm gonna be still slightly anxious as I take my Switch out and about, and hopefully I don't drop it or lose it or anything and lose all my
Yeah.
data. But yeah,
So
so cloud saves is cool. NES games, they are gonna put 20 NES games with added online playing features, and they said it will be kind of like PlayStation's Share Play, where you can like play it online with someone else. You can hand off the controller. You can, spectate other people, which sounds really cool. But like, this is just NES games, and like the list they announced was like, the Mario games, the original Zelda, which I don't understand how they're gonna add online to Zelda, like, and a couple of the sport games and
no,
stuff like that.
the
But
way Zelda works, it's actually really interesting. Is you'll be able to basically share play your game and pass your controller to your friend. So like Jeff, you and me could be playing, and I could share play my game with you on
mhm.
Zelda, and then I could be like, oh, I don't know how to get past this part, and I could give you control. So
Okay,
for single player games, ostensibly that's how it's gonna work.
yeah. So just kind of take turns, kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's cool. It's just honestly, here's the other thing that came within this announcement. Is that Nintendo said we are not doing Virtual Console on the Switch.
Hmm.
Now, they didn't
Finally
clarify
confirmed.
further. Yeah, they didn't clarify further beyond that. Like they said, we have other ways we're going to make classic games available. So they could still be planning on making classic games available for purchase, but just changing the marketing and the name of it
Yeah, for
to make
sure.
it
But
sound different.
the way they worded it though made me worried because they said like we have no plans for like any virtual console service. And it's not like we have nothing to announce. It's not like, oh, stay tuned. It's like, yeah, we're literally not doing a virtual console and like we're just gonna give you NES games, which, some of these games are great and timeless, but like for the most part, NES games don't really hold my attention anymore past like
Yeah, and
5 minutes.
I
Like I
mean,
want Super Nintendo games, 64 games, and GameCube games, like
yeah, yeah, and if I knew if I knew Nintendo was like, yeah, we're starting with 20 NES games and we'll be updating it continually, and we're eventually like, even if they just say like, yeah, we're planning on putting Super Nintendo games and 64 games and stuff in there at some point, even just in like the next 6 months or something like that,
yeah.
that would be better. Right now, they're just saying we're doing 20 classic NES games and it'll have a rotating library. Like,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
cool as that is, and it'll be fun to jump into those games, like, that doesn't give me confidence that
Yeah, I mean, they
I
delayed
will play more
the
than five
service
minutes of
for a
any of
year and a
those.
half, and half the features for it are features we already have. Like they're they're gonna
Yeah,
lock behind, playing online. They're gonna, put using the app behind there. They're gonna, put all these different features behind this, paywall now. And really the only thing we're getting is these NES games, which I mean, if you haven't played any of these NES games by now, like you're probably in the minority. Like most people have played most of these games by now. And
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Johnny Ebbs in the chat said he's not playing his Switch till September because he doesn't want to lose his saves. And he wants to wait for the
Uh,
backups. But yeah, no, it's kind of funny because everyone was asking for cloud saves. Now we have it. Now everyone's complaining about the cloud saves and stuff. But
yeah, yeah.
can't win either way.
I think the good thing about it is it's only $20 a year.
Yeah,
They
definitely
have
reasonable.
they, yeah, they have the family service as well, which is $35 a year and gives you access up to 7 accounts. It seems like. So that's a nice option as well.
Yeah.
And also, like, My question is, like, if they do add in Super Nintendo or 64 games to this at some point, will they raise the price along with that? Like,
Yeah, make
oh,
it like a
after one
premium
year, like,
option.
yeah, exactly, make it a premium option. Oh, it's actually $30 a year, $40 a year, or something like that.
Yeah, I could see them doing that actually. But yeah, no, time will tell. Let us know what you think of Nintendo's online plans. Um, they haven't announced, if this is going to make the actual quality of their online better, or have dedicated servers or anything. I'm sure that announcement, if it happens, will come probably with Smash Bros. At E3 or something like that. But yeah, let us know what you think about Nintendo's online service and if you think it is reasonable and you will be participating in that. Ooh, we're playing Fortnite right now in the stream. There's these like moon rocks now in the game that like make you jump super high. It's pretty exciting. Nathan, you come over here and grab one of these. But
I actually died.
wait, you died? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm a terrible
sorry.
teammate. Sorry. Um, so yeah. Anyways, moving on to our E3 predictions. I'll go ahead and let you start off, Nathan, since you're dead in Fortnite, anyways. And
Yeah.
let's start
So
with our
we're gonna do
crazy.
crazy E3 predictions, right? So
Yeah,
these are like pie in the sky, out of this world, like things we really like. If we controlled all of the video game industry, we would use these to come true, right?
yeah. We're not expecting these to come true at all, but we would lose our mind if it happened.
Awesome. Okay. So my first one is that Bethesda announces Elder Scrolls 6 is real, and it's actually coming out this year, this fall in 2018. And they have spent a lot of time learning from The Witcher 3 and Breath of the Wild and other open world games in regard to how they craft their open world and made their combat a lot better and just really made a lot of quality of life improvements to the Elder Scrolls series.
Okay.
So
I mean,
that is my hope.
I've
And
always
like
thought that those games didn't really attract me too much because they were kind of janky and stuff like that. But if it was more like Breath of the Wild, like I'd probably get that game. So that'd be cool
yeah,
if they
well, and
they
I think
changed it up a
like
lot.
they since Skyrim came out, like it's been what 7 years, and there have been like really awesome open world games that have done a lot of like huge giant games like Zelda, which is way bigger, or Witcher or something like that, that have been polished and run really well, um,
Hmm.
and added a lot of things into open world design. That if they want to make Elder Scrolls 6 a competitive game that people will enjoy and be like, yes, this is a once in a generation game, they need to improve upon that a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, they need to change things up for sure. But all
So
right,
I
that's a
don't
pretty
think
good
this is going to
prediction.
happen because I think like Fallout 4 came out 3 years ago, and I think they've said repeatedly also that they're not working on or they're not prioritizing Elder Scrolls right now. But
Okay.
I'd love for it to happen.
All right, cool. Rob, what's your crazy prediction? All right. Ooh, yeah. Dude, you bring this
In
up like
light of
every
the
other
recent
week. Like
and
we're so
Nintendo
excited.
PC news, I feel like this isn't that crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're not getting 64 games on on the Switch, so they'll
This
probably
is just
package
something
it
you really,
way
really want to
differently.
happen, Rob.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see if they actually remade the same controller the same size. If they like put four of them in the box, like it's not going to be mini anymore, but it'll be a classic for sure.
Yeah, I mean that would be interesting because like Donkey Kong and Banjo and GoldenEye, yeah, all of those games were all made by Rare, so that would be tricky.
Hmm.
Yeah, dude, I saw some rumor that said like Rare or someone predicted like that Rare Replay would come to Nintendo Switch
Okay, whoa.
this
We're,
year.
we're
Like that would
getting
be a
we're getting
crazy
into
E3 prediction.
we're getting into my section here, guys. Uh, my crazy
I'm
prediction
sorry. Sorry.
is Banjo Madness. Okay, so Microsoft is going to announce all this new Banjo Kazooie. They're going to dub it like the year of Banjo and Kazooie, and
Okay.
we are going to see a brand new Banjo Kazooie game that is developed with Rare, partnering with Playtonic Games, who the original creators of Banjo Kazooie, who
Okay.
did
So
Ukulele.
Platonic is the lead on this game then.
Yes, Playtonic's the lead, and they're partnering
Correct.
with Microsoft Studios to make this new game, and it'll be brand new Banjo Kazooie, and it's going to be really cool. And then they're also going to announce Rare Replay is going multi-platform, and we're going to see it on the PS4 and on the Switch, which means all the three previous Banjo Kazooie games are going to be playable on the Switch, which, great, awesome. I would love that. And then, right when you thought, man, we got so much Banjo Kazooie this year, this is amazing, boom, Banjo Kazooie in Smash Bros. New challenger approaching. It'd be amazing. So that's what I think is gonna happen for my crazy prediction. Banjo Kazooie
Dude,
just all over the place. Bring them back this year.
I could honestly see all of that happening except for maybe Rare Replay coming to PS4.
Hmm.
Just because, like, I could see it going to Nintendo, but less so to PS4.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've already seen. Yeah, well, we've already seen how successful like ports and other things have been on the Switch, and then just with the success of all these remaster games for PlayStation and Xbox and Switch and stuff, it would just make sense to remaster and put out a new one. So yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome. Sweet. All right. My second a crazy hope in the sky is Nintendo announces that Retro has been working on an open world space exploration game that's actually a Star Fox game. It features
Star
kind of
Fox.
exploring and saving the Lilat system. Yeah, so it's like complete reimagining of Star Fox, what that is. Like, yes, there's ships in it, but you're also like landing on different worlds, and there's kind of RPG mechanics where you're leveling up your party and stuff like that. I think I just go ahead, Rob. Yeah, something like Mass Effect.
Like Mass Effect, Metroid, Destiny, Star Fox game.
Yes.
Well,
Like
as long
Nintendo.
as you're in the ship the whole time, like make some crazy like space combat game like Rogue Squadron or something like that, and you're flying around doing like different missions and have lots of different cool things and just like fly serene the planets like No Man's Sky. I think that'd be pretty cool if they pulled it off. I mean, Retro can do it
Yeah.
if anyone can do it, right?
Yeah, maybe. That's what I hope because I think if they ever want to make another Star Fox game, they just have to completely change everything about what that game is. Because if
Yeah,
they try and make it what it's been like,
it'll turn
that
out like
game
Zero
doesn't really
and
work.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we all know that Star Fox Zero. Yeah, what happened there?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that'd be awesome. Nintendo has not managed their sci-fi properties well, so it'd be cool to see them do a good job with that. So cool, Rob. Yeah. Oh,
Wow,
that
you are
that is
insane.
crazy.
This isn't just crazy. This is like we need to lock you up in the
I just updated
insane
Overwatch like today on
asylum.
my PS4.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be cool, actually.
Like an Overwatch playing trading card game.
Okay, I don't want a trading card game. No, make it like a adventure game with like Roadhog and Junkrat or something crazy like that, like an open world game or something. Overwatch card. Dude, I,
That would
I would
be
actually play that.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Oh
I guess if
man.
it's the spinoff, yeah, it wouldn't. I don't think a proper sequel is gonna happen anytime soon. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
no,
You
I think
never know.
it'll be a while.
That'd be cool. I mean, Overwatch is a popular IP, so it could happen. All right, so for my next crazy prediction, I'm doing Diddy Kong Racing 2 is going to be announced at Nintendo's press conference, and this is going to be a brand new full stop sequel for the original N64 Diddy Kong Racing. It's going to have a brand new, 15-hour single player adventure mode, 8-player online races. They're going to have, the same airplane, hovercraft, car racing, but there's going to be some type of new vehicle added as well, maybe like some type of spaceship or something like that where you fly through space combat. But yeah, I think that would be amazing if. Oh, I just downed myself. I think that would be amazing if we got new Diddy Kong Racing. We're really nostalgic for N64, so I want to see that happen.
Whew,
Did,
that
did
would be that
did
would
you
be
guys
really
play the
fun.
original? Like, would you want a sequel?
Yeah, I played the original a lot. I feel like I had a lot of fun with it. I think I tried to play it like a couple years ago, and it's not great to go back to. Especially the flying isn't cool or
Yeah,
doesn't control
outside
very
of
well.
the cart, like the hover and the plane is definitely kind of rough to control nowadays.
Yeah. But
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cool. We're not gonna get Mario Kart, probably for next year or two, a new one. So I think that'd work. Fill that gap. But sweet. Any other crazy predictions you guys wanted to share before we move on to more grounded
um,
predictions?
I do have one more just because I really want this to happen, and it's that Nintendo announces that Pokemon Switch is actually a reimagining of Pokemon Red and Blue, and it's fully made
Mm.
like in a 3D world and stuff like that. So maybe they change the story a little bit, but like it keeps the same like 151 Pokemon, and it's completely like fully 3D world. And I don't know if they changed the battle system or whatnot, but
Yeah,
just basically remake slash reimagining of Red and Blue in Kanto. That would
dude,
be
I would
so
I would
awesome.
totally get that like day one if they did that. That'd
Yeah,
be
exactly.
amazing.
Like Pokemon, like they should look at like yes, everyone loves Pokemon. It sells really well, but like look at something like Pokemon Go where they reached like that crazy peak audience, and they did it because they started with the original 150 that so many people had grown up with and or
Mm.
were at least familiar with, and then as they started kind of branching out and doing more Pokemon, like more and more people kind of stopped playing, and that wasn't the only reason they stopped playing, but I
But
think
yeah,
with the Switch
the
and how
people have
popular
so
and
much
successful it
nostalgia for those
is,
original Pokemon,
yes,
so that
exactly.
would be such an easy win for them.
Yep. I
Yeah.
don't think it'll happen, but I'd love it. Yeah.
Yeah, they've already announced they're making a new gen, but I think down the road that might happen. But yeah, I don't know about this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's a good idea,
Cool.
Nathan.
Rob, do you have any others?
Okay.
Okay, Halo.
Oh,
So it's just gonna
that'd
be,
be
will it
so
be like
good.
a battle royale mode for Halo 5 or just like a
Like
new
a
Halo with a battle
Halo Battle
royale?
Royale. Dude, I would actually be really interested in that. That'd be the one Battle Royale I'd be get into, I think. Yeah. No, if any
I will be
any IP
shocked
did Battle Royale, I'd
if
want to play Halo the most.
yeah. I will be shocked if whatever the next iteration of Halo we get doesn't have a battle royale mode in it.
Hmm.
I just think it'll be probably Halo 6 and they'll have a battle royale mode
Yeah, it'll be
in
like a
there.
feature in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm sure we'll see lots of Battle Royale announcements, whether or not it's Halo at this year's E3.
Yes.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and move into more of kind of our like actual predictions, and these ones are fun because we'll do an episode after E3 and just kind of see if we got any of our actual predictions right.
Yeah.
Usually we got a
Try
couple
and
right,
keep
but
score.
yeah, not all of them. So I'll go ahead and start us off here and say that there's going to be a new 2D Mario game announced at E3 this year, and I think it's going to be Super Mario Maker 2. And so they're going to add in basically everything that was in the original Wii U version, add in a Super Mario Bros. 2 art style and gameplay. New items, obviously, they're gonna add in like slopes and more in-depth editing features for the expert creators. And I think it's gonna be kind of like almost Smash Bros. In a way, where they're gonna put like crossover items and characters from like other Nintendo games, so you can kind of make almost like NES remix type levels, if that makes sense. So like, put like Samus's Morph Ball or like Captain Falcon's like ship or like, the Wario Land power ups and just kind of mix it up and have all these kind of weird, crazy, levels that, really diverse and they're not just, strictly just plain Mario levels. So I think Mario Maker 2, yeah, I think it'd be awesome, and it'd be pretty easy to make, I think, because they already have, the base there from the original Mario Maker, and they can even throw in,
Yeah,
the 10 million levels already made in the original Mario Maker, like into the servers there to play. So I think that'd be pretty cool.
I think that would be cool as well. I think that's pretty likely. I think the only thing is people. I don't know. I could see it not being this year, but next year. So
Okay, yeah, I know. I still think there's room for Mario this year, but we'll have to
yeah, for sure.
wait and see. But I would love that.
Cool.
The Switch is, touchscreen, so you could make levels in touchscreen mode, and if you wanted to play it, you could dock it or just play it, in tabletop or something. So,
Yeah, that would be awesome.
all right, Nathan, prediction
Um,
number one.
my first prediction is that Retro isn't actually working on that cool Star Fox game I talked about, but they are working on the third installment in the new Donkey Kong Country series. So they made the first two. I think everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, they're working on Metroid Prime 4 or they're working on some new IP or something like that." I think a lot of people are going to be upset or disappointed when they
Uh,
announce that they are actually working on the third installment, Donkey Kong Country. I don't know,
Dude, I will be
hot
rejoicing in the streets
desert
if they do a
or
new Donkey Kong game.
yeah. And it'll be coming out. They'll announce it to be coming out sometime in 2019. They won't say exactly
Next
when.
year.
They'll just say, yeah, next year.
Okay. Well, Retro did just announce that they were kind of the ones who did the porting and put Tropical Freeze over onto the Switch and added Funky and optimized that game. So, I think we've seen this before. With the like Uncharted trilogy where Naughty Dog kind of ported that game over and they kind of got used to this to the new system. Same thing with Last of Us, and then they put the new game out afterwards. So I think that could totally happen, and I'd be pretty excited for that. Tropical Freeze just came out in the Switch, so people are buying that, and people are I think ready for a new one. So yeah, good prediction.
Yeah. Rob.
Hmm.
Wait, are you saying you think it'll be Q1 2019? Wow, so it'll come out the first part of next year.
It's actually pretty soon, yeah, within a year.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Sony does like having a good spring game. Yeah, yeah,
I mean, the original came out in June, I think, so that actually would line up kind of with a similar
yeah. And if you look back
release
at the
date. And
last,
Sony does like releasing their big trip or their big exclusives
yeah,
in the early part of the
exactly.
year.
3 years ago it was Uncharted, or 2 years ago it was Uncharted 4. Uh, Last year was Horizon, and then this year was God of War. All three of those were like big, quarter one, quarter two games that came out in the first half of the year. So yeah, that'd be cool, Rob.
Yeah, that
That could
actually
totally
doesn't
happen.
sound as crazy as I thought when you first said it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, and even though
yeah,
we first heard about it last year, we knew they've been working on that game for a while. Like it was pretty
yeah.
obvious that they were. So
Obviously, after like 6 months after the first one came out, they're like, "Yep, they're definitely gonna make a sequel."
yeah,
So,
exactly. Cool. All right, so my next one is one I'm kind of excited for, but also kind of dreading, and that is Nintendo's gonna announce more Smash Bros. Amiibo at the C3. I just know it. They're gonna announce more, and I already have like all 52 of them or whatever. But they're gonna announce a whole new line, and they're gonna try to cash in on all those Smash Bros. Collectors double dipping and getting all the Smash Bros. Amiibos all over again, which makes me kind of excited, but also like I can't do it this time around. Like I already got them all, and that was a pretty fun thing to do and collect. But I don't think I can do that again. I think a lot of people are going to be the same way. They kind of burnt out on it. So I don't know. Nintendo always announces a couple new amiibo every E3, and I think with Smash being their focus and Smash being the biggest success with amiibos, it makes sense for them to do that again. But what do you guys think? You
Yeah,
think it'll
I
happen?
think I do. I think you're totally right. I 100% think they'll announce a new line of Amiibo that will be all of the Smash Brothers characters, but they'll be different from the original one. I think
Different
Amiibo and
poses.
the production and quality of how they've been made have come a long way since the original ones for
Yeah, for sure.
Smash Brothers
They
Smash
look a
4 came out.
lot better now.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they'll definitely capitalize on that. They can do completely new poses, and yes, there'll be a lot of people who, like you, who already collecting it and like, probably gonna sit this one out. But there will also be people who are like, yeah, sure. And then there's a lot more people who just have the Switch in general who'll be like, oh yeah, I'll pick up an Amiibo or two. So
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good, safe prediction.
So out of any amiibo that we're gonna see at E3, you guys think Smash Bros is the right one to bet on?
Oh, versus any other franchise?
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I mean, even if Nintendo like announced Animal Crossing, which is one of my dreams, I think they hopefully learn from the way too many Animal Crossing amiibo they made.
Yeah,
That
no, we're not getting new Animal Crossing amiibo anytime soon.
yeah, exactly,
Go to like
exactly.
any of your local Walmarts or Target, you can find all 45 Lottie the giraffes over there or whatever. So,
Yes.
all right, Nathan.
So my next one actually also relates to Smash, and it's that Smash Bros. Will launch in September with the online service, and it will launch as an evolving platform. So when it comes out in September, it'll only have like 20 characters or so. And
Hmm.
then over time they will add like 2 to 3 characters every month for a year or something like that.
Hmm.
And so it'll be something like Overwatch or some other game as service where they're just Smash doesn't really have a problem with keeping their community engaged, but it'll just be another reason for people to keep playing it and keep talking about it. And because Smash 4 did come out in less time than a traditional Smash comes out. This gives them a way to be like, hey, if we didn't have time to perfectly test everyone, like we don't have to have start with like 50 characters.
Yeah. Well, and that's how fighting games work nowadays. Honestly, like you put the game out, it might not have as many features at first, but then they add more features like in the next over the next year or two, and add DLC fighters, every month or so. And so yeah, that's kind of just how fighting games work now. So I could totally see Smash taking that route as well.
Yep.
That'd be actually pretty cool, especially if it tied in with the online service and you got like either the characters for free or for a discount or something like that for having the online service. That'd be, I think, something nice that would add some more value to that service if you got that. So
Yeah, for sure. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Although it depends on how much they charge me for each character.
yeah, I mean, in Smash 4, the characters were like what, like $6 a pop or something like that. So
I think
like,
there are 6 or 7 with the stage or whatnot.
yeah, and
So they were
that's pretty
pretty
standard for fighting games.
expensive.
I think
I
Street Fighter 5 characters are about um I think it's $20 for 4 characters. Like you have to buy them in packs. You can't buy them individually. And then Injustice was about the same. It was about I think $7 in Injustice 2 to buy one character, or about $20 to buy like a pack of like 4 of them. So $5, $6 is right around that price that most people are willing to pay in fighting games. So I wouldn't expect that to change too much, but we'll see. If they launch it as more of
We
an early
will.
access thing, like you said, they could go cheaper for sure.
Yeah. What about you, Rob?
Bethesda.
Let's save it. Yes. Yeah.
It's like
The like
new IP.
Starfield, this Starfield thing they've been talking about. Okay. I Okay. I definitely think that will happen. I just think they won't talk about Elder Scrolls 6 at all because I think the team that's working on Starfield is the same team that makes Fallout and Elder Scrolls 6, and I think that Elder Scrolls 6 we might not get until the next generation of consoles. So, but I think you're totally on it right about the new IP thing.
Dude, Bethesda's not going to announce either of these games, guys. They're going to announce a new Doom game, and I'm going to actually be happy because the one Bethesda game I
They
really like.
they will also announce a new Doom game.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty much given at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, for sure. Doom 2
Yep.
will be should be a lot of fun. Cool. Do you have one more,
Nice.
Jeff?
Yes, my last prediction is, sorry, my device went to sleep here. Fortnite, the game we're playing right now. I think it's gonna get announced for Switch finally, and it's gonna be one of those things where it'll be like launching like this week or something like that, and just gonna drop out of nowhere on the eShop. And I mean, really, the Switch is really the last platform that doesn't have Fortnite already, if you know what I mean. So like,
Including
I
mobile.
yeah, like even iPhones and stuff have Fortnite. So I think this makes sense for Nintendo to put it out on the system with how popular it is and culture and everything like that. So yeah, I think Fortnite coming to Switch, it just makes sense. They don't want to be too far behind everyone else. I think they want to get it while it's still relevant. So yeah, Fortnite on Switch. I think it's gonna happen. I'll have some cool cross-party stuff where you can partner up with other friends and other systems and stuff like that, and maybe some exclusive, like Mario outfits or something cool like that. But yeah,
That would be pretty cool. I tend to agree with you just because obviously if it's on mobile, power is not a problem, and hopefully maybe Nintendo will do something with their online service with it or something like
yeah,
that, or
improve their
I don't
online a
know.
little bit.
That
I mean,
like
like,
that's the interesting thing for me.
hmm like we're playing Fortnite right now as we're doing the stream and stuff, and it's all just through PlayStation, and it's great, and the quality's there, and we can message and everything and invite, and it works pretty seamlessly. But on Switch, as of now, that doesn't really work very well. So unless they're overhauling their online servers and interface, yeah, it could be a little tricky for sure. But then again, you can't really do
Yeah.
that on the iPhone.
Yeah. I don't know. Have you played it on mobile at all? Either of you? I
Oh
haven't
no, I'm
tried it out.
no way I'm gonna mess with that. Like,
Yeah. You don't want to do those touch controls?
no, I hate touch controls. Well, like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. I'm sure it's still somewhat fun, but I mean, I'm having enough trouble already with these controls, and I'm on PlayStation 4, like with a DualShock controller. So, you know, that's true. I'm not that great at
That could be it as well.
Fortnite. We just got owed. But hey,
Hey,
to my
we are
defense,
playing a
I am
game and doing a podcast at the same
exactly. We're
time,
doing that,
so
and I play without
it's
sound, so like I had no idea you guys even got down for like a second because I couldn't hear the gunfire. It's because I didn't want the
yeah,
audio to be
no,
coming through in the
same.
podcast. But
All right. Do you have the last one? Oh yeah, it is my turn. So my last one is that Cyberpunk 2077, the new game from the Witcher 3 developer, will be at E3. It'll get a full like 15-minute demo or something like that, to show off like the open world and what the game is and stuff, and then it'll be announced to be launching in Q1 of 2019 next year, like coming
hmm,
out in March or something like that. I, I there's kind of been a lot of news picking up about that game. It's pretty much confirmed that it will be there, but I think it'll be there and they'll be like, yes, it's coming out sooner than you expect. Like we haven't talked about it
yeah,
at all, but we're gonna give it, and it's coming out soon.
Yeah, I mean it's gone dark for so long, so could totally
Yeah,
pop up at any time.
yeah. I apparently too, like CD Projekt Red, the studio, they like get some funding from the Polish government or something like that. So
What?
like,
Really?
I was reading this story like somehow or another, I forget what the details are, but they have some kind of funding from them, and so because of that, like I think they had originally said they was going to come out in like uh the fiscal year of 2018 or something like that.
Oh, like they had to
So
like release that or something because of the
yeah,
funding.
like they might have to release it or like go back and talk to the Polish government and be like, "Oh, sorry, we're not ready yet."
Yeah.
So
Huh, interesting.
yeah, it was just really weird thing. That I was like, okay, that's kind of strange.
Hmm.
The author, yeah, the author is Polish, and when they're developing the game, they're trying to figure out how they wanted to set it, and they figured that it'd be easier to set it in an already like the original Witcher to set it in an already something that already had lore, and they didn't have to come up with everything for it and
Yeah.
familiar characters to help sell it to Polish people. So
Hmm,
yeah,
cool.
cool, Rob.
Hmm.
Wait, they're gonna delay it at E3, so they're just gonna come out and be like, "Here's
Please
this awesome
understand.
trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3. It's gonna be great. Please understand, it's coming out next year."
Oh my gosh. Quarter 3, not
Oh
even first half.
gosh. Yes, like so the game is still over a year away. That would be hilarious. I actually am gonna disagree with you, Rob, because I saw today that Square Enix announced they are having a press, like they're doing a video during E3. So they're doing like their own basically showcase, and I think their main focus will be Kingdom Hearts 3, and I think they wouldn't be doing that if they weren't gonna release it this year. Just very cynical as a Kingdom Hearts 2 fan waiting for the last
Yeah,
13
exactly.
years.
Oh, that is funny.
Gosh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Dude, that would be probably do well on Switch.
New Final Fantasy.
Yeah, the tactics specifically.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that about wraps up our show for today. We won't really go into what we're playing. Obviously, we're playing Fortnite right now. But yeah, let us know what your E3 predictions are. You can hit us up on Twitter at HeyListen_games. And yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, and let us know if you'd be interested in us doing more kind of live shows like this on YouTube.
Yeah,
It's pretty fun.
let us know what you think of the kind of more chill, laid back nature of the show and how we're doing it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Because it could be a fun thing to do semi regularly.
definitely. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. My name is Jeff. We have been the Hey Listen Games Cast live YouTube edition, and we will catch you guys next week. See ya.